ready to be here, ready to go. We have the beautiful fall theme going on. All right. Are we raring to go?
Yes.
All right. So we are at the middle to end of chapter 5, and we're going to be moving on to chapter 6. And so we're talking a bit about genetic modifications. For those of you who are on Facebook these days, you probably read all kinds of stuff about genetically modified foods and what happens if you eat something that's not real food. And so I thought this was kind of funny because it came up on my Facebook today. Sometimes I feel like Facebook is spying on me. Like they see what I'm doing in other parts of my life that aren't connected to Facebook. So it makes me wonder, like, do you ever wonder, like, if Facebook has turned on your audio on your phone and is, like, listening to you? Maybe that's only me. But they sent me this photo today, and I thought that was interesting. So there is a video which I can't play on here because I don't have any audio cables, but I will post it on the website. It is a great video on understanding what exactly genes are. Sometimes in listening to me, and I get really in-depth into things, and I talk for long periods of time, and I think it can kind of all mesh together. This is a great video. It's like 4 minutes long, and I think it goes from DNA to genes to chromosomes to traits to life. And now I have the hiccups. And I think it gives a great understanding of that. And this website is generally a really, really good website. I forget what the name of it is, but it was really fascinating. Let's see, if I open it on YouTube, I might be able to see where it's from. Something like Clearly Stated or Simply Stated. If you're ever looking for really great biology videos to explain things, so one of the things about going through YouTube is that you can find lots of videos about things. Sometimes the videos are really terrible. So this one was a really great video about DNA and genes, and apparently my internet is taking forever. Stated Clearly, that's what it's called. So if you want to watch that, I think that's an excellent resource. So let me go back to this. I won't show it to you right now, but if you want to watch that, I think it's a great summary to help you understand. And now, of course, I can't get this going. There we go. Okay, so in talking about genetically modified foods, one of the things that I talked about on Thursday was golden rice. So if you think about one of the problems all around the world, it's that we have a lot of malnutrition. People may have plenty of food, but the food might not be very good for them. So, for example, this is one of the best examples. Golden rice is a genetically modified food that has been, white rice has been infused with the genes from daffodils to make it more, have more vitamin A in it. And in increasing the amount of vitamin A that people who eat this golden rice are getting, this can help to prevent cases of blindness, because vitamin A deficiencies are something that leads to blindness. So if you can genetically modify the foods to contain this vitamin, it technically could help with vitamin deficiencies and malnutrition. And how do we get that? We get that by splicing the gene of a daffodil with the genes in a bacteria. The bacteria grows this genome and is then put into the golden rice. So we go from having white rice, which basically has no nutrition, to having golden rice, which is very high in nutrition. It's got this vitamin A. So how do we do that? And that's through gene splicing with a bacteria. Now, some of the people that are out there think that we're playing God with our food, or that we are making our food unsafe to eat. So far, we haven't found that the genetic modifications have caused the problems in humans, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. If you look at genetically modified foods, especially here in the United States, we are all consuming genetically modified foods every day. And we don't even know or really think about it. If you have eaten a corn product today, which probably everybody in here has, you've eaten a genetically modified food. If you're wearing cotton, cotton is genetically modified so that it can have pesticides that are woven into its genetics so that insects don't go in and eat it and kill off the crops. If you've eaten soybeans today, which probably everybody does, you don't even think about the fillers in your food that are making them so they have more protein in them. Soybeans are a major component of foods here in America, and it says almost 85% of your soybeans are genetically modified, almost 45% of the corn, 76% of the cotton. So we don't even think about that here in America. If you were to go to Europe, however, they have different labeling laws. And so the labeling laws say that you have to label everything that's genetically modified. And therefore, people that are in Europe are thinking about that all the time. And they don't want to eat genetically modified foods because they think that they are unnatural. Here in America, we don't think about that so much. And who's right? It's hard to ultimately tell. They haven't been proven to be dangerous. Otherwise, they wouldn't be feeding them to us, unless you're kind of a conspiracy theorist. But it's just different ways of looking at things. If you look at Europe versus America, there's much different rates of obesity. And so, oh, that reminds me to turn off my phone. So there's much different rates of obesity in Europe versus the United States, but that could be due to lots of different reasons. We eat very differently than people in Europe do.